Let me start now. Okay, so where's my Zoom? Now share screen. Okay, so good evening again. Thank you guys for joining to learn about our Ghana City tour or program. And so Gloria Ebony is on our team, so don't let her what's it called, fool you. She's here to learn,
Okay.
but not a stranger. Yeah, and so with that being said, tonight, as I have been doing since I think December, yeah, trying to talk to families and anyone interested to get to know about it. Those who really want to, they go on the website and take care of their business. And some people who have questions, they join on these information sessions. And then I get to tell them more about it. And then we go from there. And so for tonight, the date for the Ghana program for this year, 2026, is going to be July 6th to July 19th. And the reason I will talk to you guys about it as we go. So that's that. Okay, hold up. Okay. So because what's it called for about EBI? So EBI started 2014. I had a chance to do a study abroad to China. And so when I came back and sharing my experience and stuff like that, that's how EBI was birthed. Because coming back and learning about how China really has changed my life, even though I'm from Ghana, coming here, I came to my parents. And so being there by myself, it really, really humbled me in a lot of ways, right? And so coming back, I wanted everybody to have that experience. And also, many, many times when I talk about study abroad, I hear people say, oh, it's not for me, it's not for Black people, it's not for broke people. You hear all kinds of stories. And so that is how EBI started, being an information session organization where we share information about traveling, studying abroad, and all that stuff. And throughout the years, from conversations with parents in the community, we have evolved. And so, if you ask us what is our mission or who we are, it's just to assist our youth and our community to connect, to break cultures, and also prepare them for life after high school. And so we are STEM or STEAM organization and also study abroad organization. So as you can see, our after school program that we host here with Baltimore Kid, I think what's her name? Oh my God, how have I forget her name? She has a very beautiful name too. She is in Baltimore City, and this is her in Carroll. So we have kids from Baltimore City and also Carroll that connect and work with their peers in Ghana. You see, they are all working on the same inside the computer system, right? And so it's a parallel learning or project-based learning where whatever that the American kids are learning, we do our very best to send the same project also to Ghana for them to also learn. And every summer we pick a destination outside of the study abroad. Those one thing we know and believe is that traveling or what's it called? Traveling and cross-cultural experience and exposure shouldn't always happen when you are on inside a plane or you are going overseas. It can happen anywhere. There are so many festivals in our communities, so many cultural centers, embassies, and all that stuff. And so for EBI, what we do is every summer we pick a destination to a cultural center or an embassy, and our kids get to learn and build up on it and connect how the U.S. relation with that country, learn about their culture, language, food, all that stuff. And when the country has any study abroad opportunities, we are able to also share with them during that time. So mostly this is a field trip during the summer, and we pair this with our summer camp during the summer. But the program for the field trip is open to the public, where families are always able to join, and siblings who are not even on our program get to come. And then our passport program, which we give passport, which is the one that Miss Ebony is in charge of. So our passport program is open to anyone in high school and in college who have never had or owned a passport before. And so that is just a little bit about us. And so where is EBI? EBI has 9 hubs in Ghana. We are in these places. So when you see the Ashanti, the Accra, those are the regions, like you say, I'm in Baltimore, Maryland, right? So Ejura is in the Ashanti region. Choko is in Accra, which is the capital of Ghana. And so you see, we are in all these different places. Accra is the only, I'll say, metropolitan. The rest are all rural areas. And so it's rural, very, very limited. Some of the schools that we serve don't even have electricity in the school. So we have to send them power banks so they can come online and learn. And EBI provide Wi-Fi, computers, all that stuff, menstrual hygiene, all those things for the kids to be able to learn and be their best self. And over here in US, we work with Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Carroll, and over in Pennsylvania when it comes to some special programs, and also the entire US for our passport scholarship. And so just I've talked about this already, so I will not bore you guys on that. Some of the few images of past experience every year, we host our international food tasting program. Our STEAM exchange students work on learn about different countries. They pick a country and also become the ambassador of that country. And this is what is his name? Ethan is now in 11th grade, and I'm very, very sad. They are getting ready for college. I've been with Ethan since he was in middle school. So our relationship has been a long time. And so coding is also one of the stuff that we add onto our program. And we visit schools to do around the world tours where they get to travel from any destination from their state or city to whatever country that they want to through Google Earth. And our Ghana kids, every year they pick a volunteer service to give back. And this was about teenage pregnancy in Ghana, and of course our after school program. And during the holidays, we do a visit to the White House if it's open. But last year we couldn't go because it was closed. So we are hoping that when it opens back up, we will get to have our kids go there and explore and connect and stuff like that. Okay, so like I said, whatever the US case works on, the Ghana case also work on. Okay, more pictures. And so we have, when it comes to our Ghana programs, when it comes to exchange, study abroad, intern abroad, volunteer abroad, outside of our high school program, we have one for adult and also college students. And that one is a special project. If they want to do an internship and stuff, they can apply on our website, and they will not, because they are adults, we will have a team in Ghana who will welcome them when they are there, help them to assimilate, and then connect them with their host company organization. If they want to work at one of the EBI hubs too, they will be welcome and they can work with the kids at the EBI hubs. But if they want to do healthcare or something outside of the EBI programs, then we will match them up with a partner organization in Ghana. And so for the Ghana study and internship, and I put internship just in case a college student is looking for more than just a study abroad and they need college internship hours or internship certificate and stuff like that. We have that option for them. And so for this year, 2026, our dates are July 6th to July 19th. Why Ghana? One, I'm from Ghana. So I've always known we are going to do a study abroad, and I knew I was going to do Ghana, and then the next country would be China, because how can I say this? A little bit about me. I have studied in five countries or continents, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, I come from Ghana, so I did a study over there, and also in the US. I did a study abroad in China, and I did my master's in the United Kingdom. And then I did a summer study program in the Virgin Island, right, with the Caribbean. So I've had the privilege to really explore different parts of the country through education. Traveling wise or exploring or having fun is a different story. But I know that I have my favorite countries. Of course, Ghana is on the list, and also China, Asia, and of UK. It's okay, but for me, I feel like many times when people are students are picking a destination, they are always looking at Europe and stuff. But our organization, our goal is to diversify and expose our youth to beyond the cliche, normal study abroad destination that people are used to. And that's why we are focusing more on Africa and also Asia in the future. And of course, Ghana is a safe and peaceful, loving country that we know and trust that our youth will just be well and well taken care of if they find themselves in Ghana. So benefit to our program, of course, every morning for the program, practice the language. We have PALS, which is when I say PALS, because we have a center in Ghana, you will have we allow some of our Ghana students to join the program. And so when we are in the bus, they are sitting next to our US students, chatting with them, connecting with them, allowing them to ask questions about what is this, what is going on, what is happening, that and that. I think some year, I think 2021, when we did that summer camp in Ghana, right in the middle of the program, they were having what's it called? Something like a celebration ceremony, like a naming ceremony. And that was like some, I would say, an aha, a lesson or a moment where it was a cross-cultural moment that was not, it was spontaneous. It wasn't planned. But our team in Ghana got to really explain to our US team what was happening, what was going on. And so having the pals or the students from Ghana who are also in high school join our US student, they are able to help them answer questions and show them Ghana from their lens or their view in their age group, right? Of course. And so that is that. And global awareness, I cannot stress the importance of really being outside of your comfort zone. I've gone through it. I've done it. I remember coming from China and going to my room and feeling so overwhelmed in my room because it was like too many clothes, too many things. I bagged them and went to donate them to Salvation Army because when I was in China, I was wearing like it was one suitcase. So every weekend you have to wash, wear the same stuff, do wear the same stuff, do this, do that. So it really changed me. And I remember ordering something or my family shipping something to me to China and then waiting forever. Over here, we can order stuff and Amazon will just deliver. When I was in China, it wasn't like that. I waited. By the time that the stuff came, I was almost ready to come back to the US. you know, and it was like, wow, America has really spoiled us. It also helps you to appreciate the things that we take for granted in our state, in our community, and stuff like that. And so, that is one of the reasons why allowing our youth to really experience something beyond their normal environment. So the audience and the eligibility. So this program is open to, and if you have any question, please stop me and ask, okay, Gloria? Because it's
Okay.
you. Yeah, so don't feel like you have to wait for me. If you have any question, ask me so that I can tailor this to make sure you understand everything that you need, okay? Because it's
Okay.
just, yeah. Many of our parents have come and gone. This is our third time having this program, okay? So yeah. So this program is open to high school students who are residents of Maryland, especially Baltimore and Carroll County. It's open to both U.S. citizens and residents, high school students, GPA of 2.5, and participants should be at least 14 years by age of the program start. Parent educators are welcome, but when the word say welcome, we review on a case by case, So
Mm.
that is what it is. And so how does the program work? So we go through the registration phase where we are doing all these information sessions, allowing parents to learn about the program, what is going on, all that stuff. And then phase two, we do what is it called? The Ghana preparation application. When I say that, we help families when it comes to the visa, if the student need a passport from now to March, if a student needs a passport, EBI will help them to get a passport. But after March 30th, if somebody wants to join the program and they don't have a passport, we will not be able to allow them to join the program because at that moment it takes about 6 months, 6 months, 6 weeks to get your passport and all that stuff. And so unless they are open to expedite the process, then of course. But if not, we will not be able to. So after March 30th or so, anyone that joins, they have to have their passport ready. That is one thing. But from the phase two going, which is like March, April, May, we are helping families to navigate the whole process of applying for visa, um, immunization, all the medical records that is needed. All they are also checking in to get insurance, get medical approval. We go through all that. We have a portal where all the list is there. When they are due, all those things, you're able to submit them and all that stuff. So that we have that. And then phase three, so we will do our orientation, or I will share some of the stuff that we do for orientation. The orientation is just to really get you ready for life outside of your normal everyday environments. How do you connect with the locals? Who are you? Because you have to know who you are before you travel overseas, because traveling, being away from your family, it will really break you, and not in a negative way, right? It is I would say, a maturing season, and you find yourself that you don't even know who you are, because they will ask you, who are you? And you'll be like, am I Baltimorean? Am I Maryland? Am I US? You have to find out who you are, so that when you are engaging with people, you are better off to express who you are and not allow anyone to label you in any category. And so we go through all that stuff and we learn about how US and Ghana connect, the history. You get to learn about life during slavery and also emancipation, what was going on around the time Ghana getting its independence, and what was going on here in the United States, and the role our African American brothers and sisters played to help Ghana to gain its independence. So you go through all that stuff so that you understand that Ghana and the US is not an isolated place, that Ghana, the blacks in Ghana and the blacks in the United States have always, and like when it comes to most of the African countries, and history wise and political wise and freedom and colonization wise, African Americans in America have played a great role in allowing and making sure that their brothers and sisters who were under colonial rules were what emancipated. And so you get to learn all that. So when you are in Ghana and you go to these places, you will be able to connect the dots and see, oh wow, like Dr. King was not just a US icon, but he was a global what icon. W.E.B. Du Bois, like there's a Du Bois Center in Ghana. Like you get to really understand what does it mean to have Black history. So we go through all that stuff to prepare you. So when you are there and somebody is chatting with you, you have an idea of what the person is saying. So that is that. And of course, phase three, we will be in Ghana, living, what's it called, vibing, enjoying Ghana, experiencing Ghana. We will come back with reflection and all that stuff. And then we have a post-program engagement where it's a community network where our family, those who come, who went with us, we will be in Baltimore City. Families will come, communities will come, and then you will get to share your story whilst you were in Ghana.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
So I have a passport, but I think it's set to like expire soon. I think it's in 2026 later on, but I'm not sure the exact dates. Also, I'm a Ghanaian citizen, so I was wondering like, would I need to do the whole visa process and everything too?
If you have the Ghana passport, then you don't need to do that, right? And
Mhm.
then the second thing is that, what else is the second thing? Hmm, 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 hmm. Your passport cannot be about to, what is it called, die or expire within 6 months. They will not let you go and come.
Okay.
Yes, they will not let you go and come. Yeah, it cannot have to be expired. No. Okay, so any questions on that?
No. Well,
Yeah, so
The Ghanaian passport is old. Like, and I have a U.S. passport, so
I would say, well, let's go with the US
okay.
to save ourselves the stress. And so, how do I go about it? Let's say we are in June, right?
Hmm.
So, from June to December, that's 6 months, right?
Yeah.
If your passport is going to expire in December, they won't let you go.
Okay.
But if it's going to expire in January 2027,
Hmm.
yes, they will let you go.
Okay.
Okay. And then, so now let's say we are going to depart in July. That
Hmm.
means your passport cannot expire in January 2027. That is 6 months from between July and June, January 2027.
Hmm.
That means your passport has 6 months to what expire. They won't let you go.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to have more than 6 months before you
Hmm.
can do international trip.
Okay. So
Yeah.
if I need to renew, I have to like renew it like maybe around this time.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And what is next? Oh, okay. So this one is not needed. So the program fees. Since you are Baltimore City, I will not talk about this one, right? And let me go back here. So let me so for those who are not, just in case somebody comes and watch it later. So if you are not in Baltimore City and you're not a Baltimore City resident, the program fee is 2,800, right? And it comes with it comes with the program fee, pre-departure orientation, airport transfers to and from the hotel and the hostel whilst in Ghana, accommodation in Ghana, breakfast, lunch, and dinner while in Ghana, local transportation to and from scheduled daily activities whilst in Ghana, entrances into cultural sites, guides and drivers and stuff. What the program fee does not cover is what individual passport, visa to Ghana, round trip airfare from BWI to DC, immunization requirements such as yellow fever, travel insurance, and pocket money. When I say pocket money, we go to places and somebody want to buy some kente or some beads or some stuff like, oh my god, I like this. That the program doesn't cover that. That will be your pocket money to buy souvenirs and stuff like that. So that is that. And next thing. And so let me go back again. Somebody is asking why we're not adding the flights when it comes to this program. We've done that in the past, and it changes. Flights changes, and when you buy the ticket for people, they end up dropping the ball and they don't show up for the program. And so to not even waste money and stuff like that, we are not handling the flight aspect of the trip. We will we will guide parents, we will share with them the airline information, the departure and all that stuff, and the location and the airline numbers and all that stuff. Miss Ebony here is a flight she sells tickets, or what's it called, travel agents. And so we will have information for anyone that wants to get a ticket to connect with her. And for us, we use United Airline because it is the only direct flight from the DC to Ghana that we know as of now. Many of them is like connected flights. And so when we are dealing with children, we don't do connected flight because we don't want them to be overwhelmed, exhausted. And so we do from straight from DC to Ghana. Okay. So now with a special
I'm sorry,
funding,
one quick question.
yeah,
With the pocket money, I'm aware like you can't keep like physical cash on you, but will like American like debit cards work there or no?
you can get money from ATMs. It works. And
Okay.
we will, when we are doing the orientation, we will guide you on how to even do, there's something called the mobile money, Momo and stuff like that. We will guide you so that you are not always having cash on you, right?
Hmm.
Then on top of it, so you can do electronic transfer whilst you're in Ghana. And then on top of it, what is the next thing? Yeah, even if you take some dollars with you, we will take you to the Forex Bureau or whatever to make to change the money from dollars to cities,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Mhm.
And so we will go over all that stuff when it comes to funding or money. How do you really handle money and stuff? We will show you the app that you download. I've been in Ghana that I think for when was it? I was in Ghana November, right, Ebony? And I would say that for the majority of the time I was in Ghana, I didn't use cash. Everything was electronic because I had the Momo my stuff to pay. Even when I was doing Uber and all those things, I was paying electronic. So it's doable. But sometimes at EBI we will have Wi-Fi with us everywhere we go. So sometimes if you're not lucky and the system is down, and then they're waiting for their money, that's a problem. But for us, we have our Wi-Fi with us. But there are some instances that even MTN Momo will tell you that MTN Momo is down. So having one or two like 100 cities with you for emergency, it goes a long way. But you will not have to need you will not need the money all the time. Hope I make sense.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. So special funding for Baltimore City residents is we the tuition for the entire program is 700. And what it covers is what? Passport, program fee, flight from DC to Ghana, transportation while in Ghana, food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and accommodation whilst in Ghana. It doesn't cover the insurance, the immunization part, but it covers the bulk of it. And then the tuition is 700. And this one right here, when we come back from Ghana and we do the networking and stuff, and the student is able to present, be there, do all the assignment. We will give the student $200 for just doing the presentation and showing up and being there. Why are we doing that? Because we want them to also, how do I say this? One, enjoy the process and also document and to help them with their college education and stuff. But sometimes we understand that our youth need a little motivation. And so at the end of the day, it's like students are paying $500 for this program. So and that's for only Baltimore City residents. Any questions on that?
No, I have a question about the immunization though.
Mhm.
How will we go about that part? Like, can you guide me
Oh,
on that?
we will guide you on that. The first thing is you fill the application up, right?
Mm,
Once you submit your application and stuff like that, we have a WhatsApp group. We will put everybody on there to start chatting, and your parents have to be involved because you're underage. So
yeah.
we will have everybody be on WhatsApp group and all that stuff. And then after that, we have a something called the Google Classroom. All the students and the parents are going to be over there. All your forms that you need will be there. What you have to take to your doctors will be there. Where to take your what is it called? Your immunization will be there. Baltimore City, your doctor can do it for you, or they have something called the travel clinic that they can also do that for you. So we have all those documents, but we will share that as soon as the student or the family fill the application up and then they pay their deposit.
Okay.
And when I say deposit, I mean this one. I feel like, what do you mean is that? Well, it is. I don't know how I say it, but when we get that money, and even if we get half of it, at least we know that they are serious about us working towards the Ghana program.
Okay.
Yes. And so this is an example of an itinerary. It's a an example. Things happen, things changes. We add more fun to it as we get to connect with the kids and the youth. And sometimes we take stuff out when we see that they are tired. There are some days that we wake up like 7 a.m. and we don't come back to like 8 or 9 p.m. The next day, I'm not gonna get my babies, and I call them my babies. I'm not gonna get my kids to wake up another 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. I will give them, hey, we will be up, we will be ready by 9, so that they can one get time to chat with their families and friends, connect with home, allow them to find out what's going on, and then take a little bit slow day to recharge because there is no fun when somebody is tired. They are not able to absorb what is happening. And so there are some times that we pause and we take things out and stuff like that. So there'll be those times. And the cooking class last year we couldn't do it because the kids were not that active. So sometimes when we see what is happening with the students, we will take some things out. We will check with them and say, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And all those things. And if they say, somebody say you should force them. Yeah, it all depends. The goal is for them to really enjoy the program, not to really give them a stressful life and all that stuff. So we go through all that stuff, and when there's a time for us to change things, we adjust. And there's some time where, like, what's it called, the Illumina Castle, or like a castle be like, oh, we are doing a renovation. That's beyond our control, and we plan to visit the parliaments and also engage with some political figures or governmental figures. And sometimes there are schedule changes and all that stuff. Those are beyond our control. But we, at the team in Ghana, and myself and those who are here, we do everything in our possible best to give our youth all that exciting and connecting with Ghana as much as we can. And so for this year, what is more exciting that I can't wait for our US students to be in Ghana is we have something called the Global Young Innovators Team Fest. This Team Fest is a what led by youth, built for the next generation. So the youth in Ghana are coming together to showcase the innovative or innovations project. And so even if our US students have something to present in Ghana, we will give them the chance. And so during the orientation part, we will share with them all the ABCD behind the program and the event, and then whatever ways they want to contribute, they will able to contribute. And one thing is that when we come back, because of all these stuff, our US students will get service learning hours from the program. We will have a gala. Somebody say gala, gala, gala. And so another thing is we're gonna have like a fundraising gala in Ghana in Accra. And this way our US students will get to dress and be in the midst of what Ghana executives, and to hear from what, when it comes to education, STEM education and stuff, what is the government, what is the community and businesses are doing to help push African youth for the next level. So that we'll be having that. So Ebony, get your dress. Hmm. And so the Global Young Innovators Team Fest, it will be July 11th. And it's like a fair, or what's it called? Going to a STEM fair, something like that. So the youth in Ghana are submitting their project or challenge and stuff like that, and then we will be reviewing them, the competitions and stuff, and there will be prizes to be won and all those things. It is open to some of the US students if they are interested, but we know the timing is very, very short, so we are not forcing. But if the US student have anything they want to highlight during the program, we will give them that platform to also connect with the Ghanaian students on some of the things that they are working on, or they have worked on whilst they are in the US and stuff like that. And so why Africa? I already explained a little bit about it, but one of the stuff is that only 2% of US high school students participate in the study abroad program each year, and we want to change that. And they say that by 2050, 1 in 4 people on the planet in the world will be African. And so from a global standpoint, from economic standpoint, we cannot disadvantage our American youth. Okay. And so we are preparing them for what is ahead. You see, there will be more decline, but the African population will be rising. Europe and all, they will be going down, but the population over here will be rising. That economic standpoint, you will be dealing with more Africans, and you got to know who they are and how to engage with them. And so there's just a few numbers, and we want to increase the amount of US students who study abroad, who connect with the outside world. So most of the time, people are picking UK, Spain, Italy. Many times they are picking places that is like mostly European countries and stuff. And so our organization, we want to what? Increase the amount of students that go here because all this is economic. If more student people are booming or connect to the African continent, it's more economic advantage for them over here. On top of it too, it comes to what relationship building, and then that whole view of what Africa is also what changed because our youth to get to understand Africa for what it is, and not based on social media or the media or the news or whatever, but they are in there experiencing Africa for themselves. And so, study abroad, I cannot stress. I'm a living testimony of that. And when it comes to your job, business relations, all that stuff, really having that outside experience goes a long way. And according to statistics from the US labor, they say what? More than 31 million job opening require skills that come from what? Studying abroad. That is like crazy. But people don't see it that way. And I always say that, let me go back here. The amount of people that do a study abroad, right? Me, I always say that always check why are certain group of people very interested in it because they see the advantage of that. And then our people don't see the advantage of that. And it's not their fault. They don't know. So we are here to help them to see that there is a gold mine in traveling and staying abroad. And so we say that in a global economy, the world knows more about America, but America does not know the world. And so we are helping shape American global leaders of tomorrow. So that's what ABI is about. We are thinking global, but as we are thinking global, we are acting local, starting from what our high school students. Any questions for me? And so the page to do the what's it called? Let me see. Let's explain in language. Over here, oh, Ghana City. Any questions for me?
Yes, I have a question, but it's not like about the program. It's about mostly you, the person.
Okay.
How was your experience in China, and how was it with like the language barrier?
I didn't have, I remember going to China the night or the day before the Olympics. They were having Olympics in China. So I remember going to YouTube, right, to learn the language. I had not done any Mandarin, nothing. I was actually doing Kiswahili for Kenya. But then around that time, something happened. There was something going on in Kenya that the US government said they're not going to fund any program for Kenya. So I had to find another destination. And I say, I'm from Africa. I know Africa. So let me just pick Asia. I didn't want to go to Europe. I don't know why. And I'll say that I am so happy I got to experience China for myself because what I have learned about China, I went to church in China, I bought a Bible in China. And so before I was like, oh my God, there's a religious that, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's something like that probably going on there. But to be in Beijing and to really go through that, to be able to be free and do whatever that you want to do, that was not what the media was painting when I was here. And so the language barrier wasn't a problem. I remember even today, there are so many different apps you can do translation. Back then, there was nothing. There was nothing. So I remember when I wrote my hotel name by writing their whole whatever. And so when I got to China at the airport, I gave it to the taxi driver and he took me to my hotel for that night. And then the next day, I went to the hostel where I met my people at the camp on campus and stuff like that. And it was just me. So it was a fun, scary experience. That was worth it. So,
That's great to hear.
I was so ashy. It was not even funny. I wore a skirt to the airport from BWI to the airport. I wore a skirt. I said, why did I even wear a skirt? So when I got out, it was like the plane had dried my whole skin out. So it was nice. It was I don't know. I got to people were at the airport were coming to help me. I think all my traveling around the world, Chinese people have been one of the most hospitable people I've encountered. Yeah. Any questions? Ebony, have any questions?
No, I think this was very informational. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, so we have some sign up. Baltimore City residence space is limited. So if you are thinking about it with the quota that we have, the earlier you secure your spot, the better. Because when people hear about the 700, they are jumping. Because the last time we said the price, people were like, "Oh my God, you have any funding on it?" Now that they heard about that, oh my, this is good news. So,
Hey, Letitia, one question.
mm,
On the application, it says the study abroad departure dates. You said it was for July 6th to July 19th.
yeah, what does it say over there? I'm
It
not right.
says January 3rd through January 13th, 2025, June 20th to July 1st, 2025, January 2nd through January 12th, 2026, and then June 19th
Mm,
to June 30th, 2026.
yeah, I always need deliverance. I always say this. Yeah, I changed it. I don't know why I didn't went to the stuff. Let me fix it right now.
Okay. No
Yeah,
problem.
I'm fixing it. I always, my life.
No,
So
just
2026, yeah, we even took the mini master program out. So I don't even know why I never came here to do this. Oh
mm,
my goodness. July 6th. Yeah, I wanted us to leave on the 5th, but there's no flight for that.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was looking at flights too for that.
yeah. So okay, I just fixed it.
Okay.
See,
Yes.
see what I go through every day. You can refresh it. It says
You're the
download.
best.
Oh Lord. It's not good though. I can't do everything like this. Like I got to stop. Hmm. Refresh.
Yeah.
And July 4th. Oh, it's supposed to be July 6th. Yeah, going. I wanted to go on. What do you guys think of 4th of July? What do you guys think? You want to stay and do your 4th of July here?
No, I would prefer.
Um,
I don't believe in July 4th.
So I wanted to move on. I would love if we would leave on the 4th, right? And then be able to rest a little bit and then be able to go to the gala and all that stuff. Because if we leave on the 6th, the gala is on the 8th.
Yeah,
That
4th
means,
sounds good.
yeah, we will get to Ghana. We will get to Ghana, what is it called? On the, yeah, on the 7th, because it's an overnight flight. We'll get to Ghana on the 7th, and on the 8th, it's like we are now going to like so yeah, let's move on the 4th. I wasn't sure how we were gonna be like, oh my God, like let me see. But I don't want to I want to make it like 16 days, not 10 days. Let me see. Or 14. It's 14, not 16. 14. Hold on. Let me count from July 4th. Hmm, July 4th. So
Wouldn't it be like July 16th?
yeah, July 6th. Yeah. So let me see.
Oh, wait, no, that's 12 days. So July 18th?
What did I do? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, the 17th.
Okay.
And
So,
then we will arrive on the 18th.
okay.
Yeah, we will leave the 17th around the 18th. Do you know what it does to me when I'm in Ghana and I have to come back?
I know it's a life-changing thing for you.
Yeah, like, and they're like, why are you leaving so? I'm like, I brought people's babies. I gotta go.
Yeah, it would be a great experience for me to actually experience Ghana. The only thing I'm afraid of is vaccinations because I don't like vaccinations, but I'm just gonna pray and see.
Pray and get in there. I didn't want to, like, I don't know how to explain. I did not want to, and I think I did mine during a pandemic. But the beauty is that when you get the yellow fever, it's like 10 years, right? And that's it. You have 10 or 15 years or whatever. You don't have to worry about it. And you can go to any of the other African countries with that.
Okay.
So that it's not limiting you on exploring other African countries.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like needles. Mm-mm.
It's not that. It's just it was the vaccinations of like being injected with hepatitis A and B. And I'm like, uh
Yeah, and the most of the stuff, the US government doesn't even do that. It comes from France.
oh, okay.
Yeah, most of let me see immunization stuff. Let me see. Let me see. Am I spelling it right? Hmm. Let me see. I know I had a list of things I sent to the family, but let me see. Let me do just Ghana. There is a list of um I think I always send it has a link and where to take. Okay, that okay, yeah, okay. So this is it, right? Malaria. The malaria one is not even a vaccination, it's a pill. I don't know why we put vaccination. It's a pill. So you only need the yellow fever. That's the only thing that's required. But if your doctor say you need something else, right, you can. I'm telling you, even the malaria pill, I don't, I never. Many people don't even do it, but they have it on them. It's up to you. I'm not saying don't like listen to your medical professional, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that. I have Pepto-Bismol with me. Like on top of it too, like Gloria, just to let your parents know, we do a package to go to Ghana ahead of the kids, you know. So we even had an American breakfast with a Ghana cake, you know. So pancakes, the whole bacon. Like I freeze bacon, Ebony.
Okay.
I freeze bacon and sausage and all that stuff, and then because it's an overnight, and I put it in ice pack or whatever they call it. So when we get to Ghana, it's too cold. So when we get there, we put it back in the freezer right there, and so the Ghana kids get to enjoy. American kids get to show the Ghanaian kids their what is it called? Their breakfast style and all those things, you know, the cereal, the stuff, because the American Africans don't do that cereal and pancake and all that stuff every morning like that. And
Hmm.
so they get to have that cross-cultural exchange of how breakfast is made or done in the US and stuff like that. And so I pack all those things, like snacks and stuff. There are sometimes these kids don't want to wake up for breakfast. And somebody be like, don't no, if they didn't wake up for breakfast, I have stuff in the car.
Hmm.
And in the car, it's like a what's it called ice chest with drinks and snacks. And so there is nothing like short of there is no food. No.
Okay.
Unless there is something that they want and it's on the menu, hey, you can go buy it. They have Uber and like some kind of like DoorDash, they can order food online. But none of our kids did that because there was always enough out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Mhm.
On the application, the July date is not on here.
I updated. I just updated. I didn't.
It may take some time to.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you refresh, please? Where's the website? Yeah, I think I didn't save it. Yeah. Select the last one, the July, the June, whatever last one, the 2026 one. Yeah, it will pop
Okay.
up. Yeah. And then so we have a $50 application fee. And then when we approve you and all that stuff, we will have a one-on-one with you and your parents, right? And when everything goes through, then you pay $650 out of that. So that $50 will go towards the program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate all of this information.
Okay, let me end my Zoom call so I can just kidding. But anyway, thank you guys. I hope I made sense. And that is Gloria. I'm gonna give you my cell. Okay.
Okay.
If you have any question or your parent have any question, 0434. Yes, and talk to your friends. Let them know that there's no way. Where was it? I think I saw somebody taking the case to college what's it called? Campus store, right? And it's 900 something. It's campus store in the USA. And it's 900 and something dollars for the kids. And I know that they also had some kind of like funding for the kids, but they are paying 925 out of their whatever. And this is like Ghana for 700.
Yeah, that's a great steal.
So good night, guys. If any questions, I'll be here. Then
All
ask.
right. Enjoy
Okay.
your weekend.
Yeah.
Good evening.